Assalamu alaikum to my respected faculty members and guests. I am Asaduzzaman and today I am going to present a slide on Hexapods, which was prepared by me and my team members. First of all, let's take a look on the content. You can see the screen behind me. This is the content part. You can take a look over this. After looking this, let's start the introduction part. The main purpose of this project is to design a prototype of an autonomous hexapod robot. The aim of this project is to build a six-legged walking robot that is capable of basic mobility tasks such as walking and rotating. The robot is constructed and designed in such a way so that it can be controlled remotely when it will be out of range and also manually when it will be in our range. Hexapods feet are typically pointed but also can be tipped and adhesive materials to help climb walls or wheels so the robot can drive quickly when the ground is flat. In our project, we are using the pointed feet while the tipped and the wheeled feet are kept for the further development. This robot will serve as a platform onto which additional sensory components could be added or which could be programmed to perform increasingly complex motion. We have kept these options for its further development. Now we are building a prototype which we will able to give only the motion and rotation. For its further development, we are keeping these options so that if we are agree or if we have time to do any further development, we can able to do in software both or in hardware. Okay, now let's take a look of its background and its motivation and our motivation to build this type of project. First of all, I want to say about its origin. The term hexapod originated from a Greek word hexa, which means six, and pod, which means feet. In entomology, the term hexapod refers to the class insects or hexapods, any member of the largest class of the phylum Arthropoda. Hexapods are mostly used as a service robot, thus one should refer also the ISO definition of robot and service robot. It's a common thing that someone have raised a doubt that what is robot and what is service robot. Let's clear the doubt. Robot, actuated mechanism programmable in two or more axes with a degree of autonomy, moving within its environment to perform intended tasks. And what is service robot? Service robot, robot that perform useful tasks for human or equipments, excluding industrial automation applications. Well, from the above definition, we can describe that an hexapod as a programmable mobile platform or machine on which six legs mechanisms are attached to the robot body and controlled with a degree of autonomy that allows the robot to moving within its environment to perform intended tasks. Hexapods have drawn attention in the last few decades, but only in the recent past efficient working machines have been conceived, designed and built with performance that are suitable for practical applications. Now let's talk about the motivation. The motivation that why we have built this type of project. From the last few centuries, after discovering coal mines, labor in the coal mines get stuck. It is horrible to say that most of the workers have to die there because it takes 20 to 25 days to rescue them from that position. Within these days, there is no other way to reach foods or supply or daily supplies to them. But recently, within 2 decades, when human was able to develop advanced machineries, then the problem has overcome a lot. We can see that whenever the levers are stuck in the mines with advanced machineries like hexapods, I can say this is the most effective, which is able to send foods and daily needs to them where humans are not able to reach. You can take a look of hexapods that I have given a picture here. It's an ant hexapod which is very much useful to do this type of work. Thank you and Assalamu alaikum to my respected faculty members and guests.
Hello, my name is Partha and my part is methodology and I'm going to talk about my part. So there are 4 steps and there are 4 things. The first one is servo motor, and second one servo controller, and the third one is Arduino, and the fourth one, the last one is a LiPo battery. So at first I am going to talking about the servo motor. So servo motor is basically it's just like a motor. It works as a joints. We are used to 12 motor, total 12 motor, and they are basically used to the speed adjustment, and it is used to giving the movement and giving the arm to its precise angle. The second one is servo controller, so also known as motion controller. The job of the servo motor control is to close the loop on the system by the constantly looking at the encoder signal and applying a torque to the motor in order to control it. The third one is Arduino. Arduino, it works as a brain. It's operating 5 volts. It can be vary 7 to 12 volt, and it can be 7 to 12 volt, and it contains 14 digital log, 14 digital pin, and 8 analog pin, 2 reset pin, and 6 power pin. And the last one is battery. So it supplies the power supply, and it's a lightweight battery because of we can get extra speed from the robot and it will run longer. And sensor and module. So we basically use the 2 types of sensor. The first one is ultrasound sensor, and the second one is gyro sensor. So the first one is to detect the object in front of robot, and the gyro sensor is to measure and maintain the orientation and the angular velocity. And the module, Bluetooth module. So we use Bluetooth module name is 05 HC05 Bluetooth module. Hello sir, I am done with my present my topic, and I talked about my every things, servo motor, servo controller, everything, and hardware, how it's work, Arduino, and how much voltage supplying, and that's it. So my next is coming.
Assalamu alaikum fellow team members and faculties. Now, I will talk about some of the applications of this SMR hexapod. Firstly, one of the unique features of this hexapod is its size. Due to its smaller size, it can easily go in and out of dangerous places without being noticed. For example, many countries are at the brink of war, and it is quite dangerous for a human to get into those war zones and collect data, analyze the situation, and pass on the information. But if we use an hexapod that can easily go into that war zone, analyze the situation, collect the data, and also pass the information to the outside, that can be useful. And also there are many natural disasters happening all around our world. Many buildings collapses. If we use an hexapod, we can easily search for survivors there, if there is any. Or we can analyze the situation underneath the collapses. Secondly, guarding the property. Hexapods can be used to guarding our premises. If we implement hexapods all around our property, it can easily guard our property and also alert us if there is anything to be alarmed. The Hexabots can also wirelessly monitor our surroundings. It can also monitor our home, our offices, and if given the proper access, the Hexabots can easily monitor everything all around. If the Hexabots are equipped with proper sensors, it can be used during a crisis or to avoid risking human lives in dangerous situations. And finally, the Hexabots can adapt to new situations or obstacles due to its legs of locomotion. The Hexabots can easily walk on rough surfaces and also dig through obstacles. Here is a diagram of the planning when we started to do our project. The preparation and budget selection for this project was done via video call. We all arranged a meeting and decided what the output of the applications we will get. We then chose the hardware and estimated a budget of about 6,000 BDT. The presentation was done by 4 people. The 4 people are Monica Nahed, who covered content and introduction, Asadu Zaman, who covered background and motivation, Priyam Datta, who covered methodology, and lastly me, Rafsan Rasul Hussain, who covered application, planning and conclusion. The presentation slides were designed by Asadu Zaman and the video was edited by ND Shahriar. Now let's talk about the hardware setting and programming. On the upcoming week, the project will be built. All the members will connect via video call before assembling, along with the discussion of the working principle of the parts, and the project will be assembled by ND Shahriar. Programming of the project will be done by Asadu Zaman after building the project. The programming will be done in Arduino IDE. Finally, in the conclusion, we have talked about, highlighted the principle of operation and also summarized the construction of this search and rescue Hexabot. As per the current need of our world, we have also talked about some of the applications of this Hexabot. More applications will come along with the changes in the world. With technical advancement, the Hexapod can do much more than just to guard our properties or analyzing the situation. The Hexapod can analyze all of the surrounding environment and provide necessary data with which we can improve our surrounding and ensure a better future. And also, if given the proper access, the Hexapod can easily be used to make improvements in all sectors of our life and also in scientific advancements. Thus, I finally end my presentation. Thank you.